Welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to be doing a basic wild camping setup. So if you're going camping for the first time this summer or spring, this is going to help you a lot. So we're going to be having a look at some cheap items, or items that are just, if you're more on a budget, then these are really going to be good for you. So the tent we're going to be using is the Vango Talas 100, which is a very basic entry level tent from Vango. It's obviously a one-man tent, so it's pretty small, so it's ideal really for summer use. So you don't potentially want to be in this in the winter where you've got sort of 14-15 hours of darkness, because all you can do is pretty much lie down in it. But I actually got this tent for my first sort of long distance hike, which I never actually used it. So I'm definitely going to get it out this summer and put it up in the Peak District somewhere, hopefully. So we're going to crack that open, have a look at it, set it up. But it's ideal if you're looking to get maybe do wild camping for the first time, you're not sure about it, you don't want to spend excessive amounts of money on gear. So this is going to be ideal really, because it's perfect for summer conditions, for free season wild camping. It's a very high quality brand of tent, Vango. So yeah, I think it's probably, they've updated this probably. Is it this? I'm not sure what the new one's called. I don't think they do the Talas anymore, but they do something similar. So we'll get it set up. And in the Vango bag here, I've got just some sort of basic items that you need in terms of an initial setup. So there's lots and lots of gear out there on the market, which you can go and buy, and it can be quite overwhelming if you're brand new to this and you're looking to do this for the first time. So I've really got just the basic essentials really of what you're going to need for your first wild camp, and I'll talk about potentially some things that you could get as well. But this is really everything in this bag. It's pretty much all you're going to need for your first wild camp in the summer, in the warmer conditions. Obviously, this is not a winter setup. So as we're approaching March now, with lockdown potentially easing here in the UK on the 12th of April, from then on I think a lot of people can go camping and stuff like that. So I hope this video is going to be useful for you. Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Helps me out a lot. If you could like the video as well, obviously if you like it. So let's get it up. Let's set we'll set the tent up first, and I'll lay everything out on the ground here so we can have a look. So that is the basic setup of the Talas 100. So I mean, as soon as you feel it, you can just feel the material is high quality, and you're going to be fully 100% waterproof in this tent. What I do like about it is the bathtub at the bottom. That is heavy duty. It's not lightweight material like some of the nature hikes that I've reviewed. It's not. I wouldn't class it as a. I mean, you could take it on a long distance hike, but it's not ideal because it's slightly heavier. I think it's about 2 kilograms. But if you want to go wild camping for the first time this summer, this is a really good tent. So we'll have a look inside, get everything set up. That's it. So just to point out, definitely this is for free season. The poles are they're very sort of basic. The nature hike that I've got, the poles are definitely far more substantial. But this is this is entry level Vango, obviously something like the Vango Bangee, or some more of the tents in the Vango premium range. The poles are much more heavy duty. But I just wanted to give you a sense on this tent in particular. Take it out in the summer where there's obviously not much wind and stuff. no more than sort of 25-30 mile an hour winds, I would say. They do feel, do feel sturdy, but I can just, just compared to nature hike, they're not quite as good. Yeah. All right, so we've set everything out. This is just a real basic sort of setup that would definitely be fine for just a free season wild camp this summer in the Lake District, in Dart or Peak District. And obviously you're gonna need to tinker about with some other things you might need, like an electronics bag, like a battery bank, and the food you're going to take, and clothing. Even though I've got a merino wool top here, which I think is essential for any season. But this is how you would start. So this is a starter kind of setup in terms of the absolute essentials that you're going to need. So we'll have a look at it, and I'll just go through what is what really. So we'll start with the tent. So this is as I say, the Vango Talas 100. So it's a one-man tent, and what we'll actually do is we'll get the sleep system put in there. So I'll show you what it looks like in there. Really excited to be using this in the summer. I'm definitely going to go and use it because I've not used this tent, and yeah, I think it'd be quite a lot of fun in there. It looks like a larger sort of bivvy tent, doesn't it? So we'll get everything sort of set up in there, but we'll focus on what's out here first of all. So I'll get the camera and we'll give you a closer look of what's what. Okay, starting with what we've got here. So this is the Alpkit brew kit. So this is fantastic because it's about, I think it's about 40-45 pounds, pretty cheap compared to other systems like this, like Jetboil, which are upwards of 100 pounds, even more. The great thing about these brew kits is, first of all, when you actually turn the gas on, it's got a windshield here. So that is the problem that I had when I first started using a stove. I didn't have any just had a canister and a pot on top, but nothing to protect from the wind, the flame going all over the place. Obviously you can get windshields, but the great thing about the brew kit is it's all built in, so you don't need to worry about that. And it's a really fast boil time, literally maybe a minute or so. Can't remember the timing, but it's great. It's served me well so far on a long distance hike like the West Highland Way, or just an overnight backpacking trip. You're going to need this as well as a gas canister, because you want to obviously make your coffee, your food, whatever it's going to be, or you're going to get hungry. So there's obviously a lot of options out there, like the MSR Pocket Rocket. You might not want a all-in-one system like this, but it's just, if you're brand new, I mean, for 45 pounds, it's definitely worth having a look at this. So the backpack, which I've done, I'll put a review up. I've done a review of this, sort of basic review. This is the Vango Cascade. We'll come around here. This is the Vango Cascade 65 to 75 litre. What I love about it is the fact that it opens up from the bottom, so I can get it in, get my sleeping bag in the bottom, and obviously we can get in from the top. But this is a very sort of budget backpack, so it's about, I think I paid no more than £40 for it. So as I say, you're starting out brand new, you're doing a first summer camp this summer, get something like this. Don't break the bank, because you need to try it out first. If you're trying wild camping out for the first time, as I say, you don't want to spend too much. Lantern, fantastic lantern. This is the UCO lantern. It's got two different settings on. It's got a blue light and just a white light, but it's I used it on Kinder Scout in the Peak District last December. So definitely get that. This is a homemade mug that I've used. Not sure I'm going to be using that on something like a long distance walk this year. It's not really not great, but I used it on the West Highland Way. Something else you're going to need. So a merino wool top. This was not 50 quid, it was about 25 or something, but I've got two of these. Essential for any season really, summer, winter, obviously winter, but you want to be wearing that at night, keep you warm in the chill. I should probably put a down jacket here as well. Definitely take a down jacket. I have a trespass one. I've also got this little Cascade table. So again, this is something you could get. It's very cheap, very lightweight, and it's just you don't know where you're going to pitch your tent. It could be very lumpy, so it might be difficult to, to get this on a straight, but this will definitely help you out. So yeah, we'll get everything put in the tent in terms of the sleep system. So just looking at the sleep system, I've done a review of this before. I'll put a review up, that card up above, but this is the Alpkit Pipedream 400. Goose down sleeping bag, goes down to -6. Fantastic for all year round. So get it, you can use it this summer. If it's hot, just use it like a quilt, but you can use it in the winter as well. It's really, really good. So you can use it all season. It's very lightweight as well. I think it's about 950 grams, something like that. So, but I'll put that review up, the card above, and you can check that review out. Also, the Quechua pillow. So this is a lightweight pillow. It's got a very, very sort of cottony feel to it. It's really comfortable. It's the most comfortable pillow I've ever used. About £12 from Decathlon. Over there. And this is the Thermarest Pro Light. This is probably the most expensive bit of kit here I've got, actually. Now I'd recommend definitely getting the Trekology UL80. It's a lightweight, very thick sleeping pad, about £40. It's a lot cheaper than this. This is premium. Reason I got this out because it's just easier just to quickly inflate, but this will do you definitely. I've used it quite a lot. So it's really comfortable. It inflates really quickly, and it just deflates really quickly as well. So we'll get all this put in the tent, and then we'll have a look at what it looks like. So that is the sleep setup for tonight. I'm not camping this tonight. I'll have to do it at some point, but yeah, everything fits in really well. I mean, there's obviously not much room in there, is there? Just apart from just sleeping, but definitely in the summer I'm going to get this. Will be quite a good fun tent to use, I think. I wouldn't probably take it out in strong winds, so I've just looked at the poles, and they're definitely not as good as the nature hike poles that I've got. Obviously this is the entry level from Vango Bangee. I'd highly recommend as well as an entry level first wild camping tent. Very popular, a lot of people have used it, and obviously Vango do extremely high quality premium. This is just entry level, but it's a great starter. It really, really is if you're brand new and you want to do a camp this summer in really sort of good, nice conditions. But yeah, that's pretty much all you're going to be doing here. It's sleeping. You can't sit up in this. You'll just be sitting outside pretty much. But I just really wanted to show you that. So yeah, so we'll wrap this video up, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Alright guys, so that's just a real basic sort of look at some of the simple things that you really need just for a wild camp this summer in really good conditions. Obviously, in terms of the tent, very basic entry level tent from Vango will definitely do the job in free season, providing the winds aren't too strong. I'm really excited to be using it this summer. Definitely going to take it. I've got obviously nature hike tents to use, but I'd say you probably could definitely I bought this for the purpose of doing a long distance hike, multi-day hike. It's over 2 kilograms, so not the lightest not the lightest tent, but it'll definitely do the job. Can't really do much else in there apart from sleep, but I definitely recommend it if you're looking to get a basic sort of first tent. Now I don't think this one's actually made. I think they've got a new model of it, so it might be a little bit different, but I'll put a link into the equivalent model for 2021 that they do. So I've got this back in 2019, I think. So I think they've updated it and changed it to a different name possibly. So I'll put that in the link below. But just really wanted to give you a look really. If you're watching this and you're brand new, you've never done wild camping before, these are the basic things that you're really going to need, and they're not much really. I don't think this tent really cost me any more than £60. The Alpkit brew kit's about £45. The rucksack's 30. It's £35, I think. A merino wool top, a little table, gas canister. It's not a lot. You're not breaking the bank really with this. There's obviously a lot of gear out there you can get. You can get £800 Hilleberg tents, which will be perfect if you're doing midwinter camping in 50-mile-an-hour winds, something like that. But this is really, you can get overwhelmed really when you're first starting out because there is so much stuff out there. But you won't go wrong with this. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, if you're new, obviously please subscribe to this channel. click the like button as well. That helps me out. If you've got any questions, drop me a comment below. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers, guys. See you soon.